Today we are installing a set of Rally Armor urethane mud flaps onto the Subaru Forester. And at this point, yes, we should note that in the manual it says to turn the steering wheel to full lock to gain some more workspace, and the manual is absolutely correct. You should turn the steering wheel to full lock. In fact, later on in this video we realized that we should turn the steering wheel to full lock. You start by removing the screws that are holding the factory splash guards in place. There's a couple of them inside the wheel well, and there is one underneath that holds the splash guard onto the side skirt. Once that one's been removed, the whole lot clips off to reveal years of grime. Here is the Rally Armor Mudflap versus the factory splash guard. But before we install it, we'll be using Mother's Back to Black, which removes all of that oxidization and clears the years of grime out of there. And the plastic looks as good as it did the day it rolled off the factory floor. Now we're going to install the clips. The clips have a front side with a hole and a back side with a lug for the stainless steel self-tapping screws to bite into. You can align the clips using a small flathead screwdriver. Now slide the washers over the self-tapping screws and do them up just finger tight into the lug. At this point it just needs to be finger tight because we need them to not fall out, and we're going to grab out the screwdriver and start tightening everything down. At this point, you should probably put back in the screw that goes into the bottom of the side skirt just to fill in that hole, because you don't want it to start filling up with water and grime, which could result in your sill panel rusting out later on. Now we finally turn that steering wheel to full lock and have plenty of room. So before you even start, turn the steering wheel to full lock just to get that space in there to work. Now we start by tightening down the screw just enough so that they put a little bit of friction onto the mud flap, but we can still move it around because you do need to align it. You don't want mud flaps that hang crooked. So grab your measuring tape with the car on level ground. Measure that it is parallel to the ground. Once you've ensured that it's parallel to the ground, start tightening down the screws. Be careful not to over tighten the screws because they are self-tappers. They will shred out that lug, and if you shred out that lug, you'll never get your mud flaps sitting flat. And that's it, the front is done. In the back, the manual suggests that you jack up the car, and this time we actually did jack up the car. However, I would recommend you actually remove the tire entirely because you'll get a lot more room, which will make this a lot easier. And in the bottom is not a screw, it is a push plug. Here's the tools we're using, and here is the factory splash guard versus the Rally Armor Mudflap. Whilst you've got the whole assembly apart here, peel back that fender liner and get in there and clear out the years and years of grime and dirt that has built up inside that panel. It's lucky that there's no metal in there and it's all plastic, otherwise you would have an advanced state of rot up through your rear quarter panels. Now that it's all cleared out, you're going to use the Mother's Back to Black. And it really does literally work as easy as you see here. Put it on a rag, rub it down, and years of grime, years of oxidization is gone, and it looks like a factory fresh black panel again. Now we install the mounting clips. once the clips are on, it's the same process. Finger tight the screws and make sure that you've got the washers on them. Once you've got them finger tight, check that they're parallel to the ground and then tighten them up. Here we're showing the back screw. There's actually a spacer ring that goes over the back screw because it's offset a little bit and that makes it sit flat. And don't forget to put that plastic plug back in. If you're wondering what tool we're using, it is a stubby snap-on right angle driver. And here's the mud flaps you want, Rally Armor, made in the US. These guys are urethane, so they will retain their shape. And that's it, the rear is done. Beautiful.
Master Sergeant John.